The following segment is sponsored by Live On. Suicide impacts nearly every single person in some way. Jessica Strong with Intermountain Healthcare is here to share how we can best help our loved ones and where we can go to get help. Welcome, Jessica. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I think that this is such an important topic, and it impacts so many different people. I want to talk about statistics. How many people in Utah alone have been impacted by suicide?
There's been a recent study, and we found that 91% of Utah has been impacted in some way. And so it's really important that all of us have some skills and tools so that we can help those around us.
Absolutely. Wow, those numbers, that's pretty astounding. I want to talk about listening for signs. Like, how do we listen for those in our loved ones and maybe some indication that they're struggling?
Yeah, there's several different warning signs that you can keep an eye out for. If they're experiencing or expressing hopelessness or despair, anxiety, maybe if they're talking about, giving away prized possessions or feeling like they're a burden, those are all warning signs that you should be aware of. And then really the next step is to ask them directly, are you thinking about hurting yourself? Are you thinking about suicide?
Having those tough conversations, but so important. This whole topic, it's really tough because it's so emotional, but it could be potentially life-saving. We talk about listening. How can we look for some signs for people who are struggling?
Yeah, some of those behavioral signs, maybe if they're giving away prized possessions, increased drug or alcohol use can be warning signs. Really it's looking for anything that's out of the ordinary for that individual. So that can change person to person.
Absolutely. And then as far as helping those who we're close to, what are some things we can do to help people who are potentially suicidal?
Yeah, like we said before, one of the most important things is to ask, and to ask directly. A lot of times that can be a scary proposition, a scary question to ask, but almost always it will be met with relief and the person knows that you care. So ask the questions, listen, and then help connect them to resources, whether that's the suicide prevention hotline, their primary care provider, others that can help.
I love that there are those resources available, and it's great that people, to get that knowledge out there. I want to talk about Live On. So what is Live On?
Yeah, Live On is a great program through the state of Utah, and we have designed the first ever suicide prevention training that is fully on Instagram, which is great because we're all scrolling all the time anyway.
Sure.
But this is a great way for you to learn those skills, to learn how to recognize the warning signs and how to connect somebody to help.
So great. And I want to talk about some of the lessons that Live On offers for folks. So can you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, so there's 10 different lessons that are all under 10 minutes each, which is great. So they're short little snippets, but it will help give you that education on what are the warning signs, what to look for, how do you connect somebody to resources, how do you ask that question, because again, that can be a scary question to ask.
Yes.
And then what are the resources locally to help connect them and help that person get some help.
Yeah, absolutely. Really navigating such a complex topic, but it's so great to know that there are these resources available and that is available. Where can people, again, go for more information?
Yeah, you can go to liveonutah.org or follow us on Instagram for the new training.
So great. Thank you for being on, Jessica.
Thank you.